Oh, now I gotta do my poll question over. I think it's. I'm starting to think it's the, but the light is not hot. Wait a second. Let me figure this out. I think it is. Oh, but the light is not even hot. The light is not even hot. I don't know why this thing keep going off. Maybe it's my maybe let me try something new. Hold on. Oh. Okay, let's do dang, that's not gonna fit. That is not. Oh, it's gonna fall back. I need something to. Okay, you guys can see me. All right, but let me make sure my volume is up. Yeah, my volume is up. But anyway, so I should move the light around. But anyway, ooh. But anyway, I'll try to post 3 times a day. Ooh, I got something in my eye. I'll try to post 3. What is in my eye? Is this a new one? No. What do you mean tickable AI slide? I am not AI. I'm getting exposed. Yeah, this is a new one. This is a new stream because it got cut off. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna try to post 3 times a day, and we'll see how that goes. Now if y'all don't watch, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be mad if y'all don't watch. Support white people. What the hell you talking about? What are you talking about? Where do you come from? What in the hell you talking about? Mint, why are you keeping track of why are you keeping track of what I'm saying? Oh my god, that is funny. But yeah, I'm gonna try to post 3 times a day because YouTube playing games, and I'm trying to up my subscribers and stuff. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but we gonna see. We gonna see how long that's gonna take. If I could get to Mr. Beast level in a couple of months, that would be great. I don't think nobody. I don't think no black person has ever gotten to Mr. Beast level in a couple of months. It took years. So shout out to me if I get to Mr. Beast level in 3 months. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something that none of these people have done. I'm giving back to my subscribers. I'm cutting checks. As soon as I get the money, you get some money too. I'm gonna cut the check and give everybody a check. You know what I mean? Mr. Beast got canceled. What happened to him? Thank you, Kendrick. Uh, what are you talking about? Yeah, I want to give back to my subscribers and stuff like that. So when I give money, I'm giving money to my subscribers. That's what I'm doing. You know, it depends on how many subscribers I get. If I end up getting like say I got 10,000, or no, I'm gonna say about 20,000 subscribers, I'm cutting checks. What? Are you biracial? You don't look fully black. What the hell does fully black mean? What the hell are you talking about? I am definitely black. You can see the nose and the lips, and the way I talk is black. This is black people right here. I'm full black. I used to eat chitlins when I was a kid. That's as black as you could get. If you ever ate pig guts, pork chop, pork fritter, pork bacon, ham hock, hog maw, Joe bacon, you black. You real black. You know what I mean? If you ain't black, you been hanging around a whole bunch of black people or something, because black people the only people I know eat hog maw, Joe bacon, and all that stuff. You too pretty to be black. What the hell, you Tisha? What's wrong with your brain? What the hell you talking about? Yeah, so I'm black. My daddy's from Georgia. My grandma, my mama's from here in Indiana. I'm extra black. I've been black all my life. I ain't no other color. People have confused me with other races, with other people, but I am not. I am all black. Are you really counting how many times I'm saying that? Yeah, I'm not Southern black, but I'm black. That's all I can tell you. You know what I mean? I'm that kind of black. But yeah, I'm gonna be posting more videos. You can also go to my Substack and read my articles on Substack. Just look up Livia Flair. You can read my articles. I have a lot of articles that you can read that I wrote. Livia, don't go where? You mean don't go to Substack fully? I got 11 subscribers over on Substack now. Now Substack is moving. It's moving and grooving over on Substack. Now once I start doing live streams over there, you don't like reading. The hell you talking about? What do you mean you don't like reading? You be reading ChatGPT, I know. I know you be reading them instructions on how to cook. I know you do that. I know you be reading. Don't tell me you don't be reading. I know when you gotta buy a new pair of drawers, you gotta read the package to see what size you gonna be fitting this year. I know you read, so don't tell me you don't like to read. Yes, you do. Oh, how many subscribers? Oh, I only got 1,600 here. Depending on how YouTube feel. Sometimes YouTube take away a couple every now and then. You do selective reading. What the hell are you talking about? What is selective reading? What you reading? You must be reading Playboy magazine or something. Is that what you're reading? They got little stories in there. They got some little stories in there, I guess. Okay, that's what you reading, Jay. You ain't reading. You talking about you got selective reading. You reading stuff that don't matter. I need you to read instructions. Read these dating profiles. That's what you need to be doing, Jay. You need to be reading these dating profiles fully. You know, you need to be don't select the reading when you looking at them dating profile. I need you to read the whole profile about the woman. I mean, some of y'all be reading Playboy magazine, smut books, graphic novels, smut, whatever. I don't know. You know, I'm a spiritual person. I don't know nothing about that stuff. I'm in the spiritual realm. You know, I believe in Jesus. I don't do all this stuff. But um, do you read those things? Do you need to read those things? Can I read? What are you talking about? Can you write? What are you saying, Trisha? All I know is I like to read. I'm not a reader of books per se. You know, I feel like all the books are in my mind. I don't read books. I read magazines, articles, research articles. You know, I read stuff like that. I don't be sitting here reading no book. That don't interest me. I read news, I read articles, research, you know, when I want to dig deep into the subject, I'll research the topic real good. I'll do that. But I don't be reading no books and all that. That don't interest me. Do you have black kids or biracial kids? Trisha? What is wrong with you? Trisha, what the hell kind of kids you got? Why are you coming out here asking about biracial and black kids and all? What's wrong? Are you taking a census survey? Are you a census person? Are you trying to find out how many people is in my house? Mm-hmm. Kuma Sutra books. You know what? Now, when I was a young person, you know, I found out about that Kuma Sutra. I found out about that. I found the book at the bookstore in the mall. You know, I was at the, you know, they used to have bookstores in the mall. That's how old I am. And I went into the bookstore and I seen their book back there. Boy, it had all kind of positions. It had the frog, the dog position, the frog position, the stand on your hand position, the snake position, it had so many positions in there. It felt like a maze of positions in that book. That was a dirty book. I sat there for a minute and looked at that and I said, dang. I said, first of all, ain't nobody kicking me out of here for looking at this book. I was a teenager and I had access to that book in the mall, in the library, in the bookstore looking at that book. That was back in the day when they used to put paper sacks over the adult material in the book. It was crazy. I said, what the hell? That's disgusting. What are you talking about, Timothy? Who said something about some animals? What the hell are you talking about? Do you like heavy metal and rock music? Yeah, I listen to rock music, Trisha. I listen to some Red Hot Chili Peppers, some Aerosmith, some Alanis Morissette, some Avril Lavigne. They call me dude. What are you talking about? Nobody want to hear about that. Favorite movie. My favorite movie is Armageddon. That was a good movie. It made you cry. Armageddon was a good movie. That's a solid 10. Any movie that made you emotional after you watched it or made you think about life. Back in the day, they used to make movies that made you really just think about life. I'm ancient. What are you talking about? That's what they used to do in the bookstore. You know, the adult content, they would put paper bag over it. Not 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Grey is not my favorite book. Cause that's a waste of time. Thank you, Carlos. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so back in the day that's what they used to do, but I had access to that stuff somehow. I don't know how. I really don't know how I was able to view that stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know. I had access to a lot of stuff as a kid. I knew about it. I knew about it. I knew about a lot of stuff. I knew too much. I knew too much. I knew too much stuff, you know. It took me a long time to learn how to kiss. It took me a very long time. But once I got the hold of it, I'm a master. I'm a master. I'm a master at the kissing thing. I'm a master at that. But yeah, once I got a hold of it, you know, I'm good. I'm a master at that. Are you married? No, I'm not married. I bet the guys put a paper bag over your head when they about to hit that. You mean guys put a paper bag over your head when they about to hit that on YouTube? I heard you be getting hit too. And they put a paper bag over your head too. We both in the same boat then. Stop pissing on the screen. Who pissing on the screen? What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? What do you mean I was clapping books earlier? What you talking about? No, I was not. No, I was not. I was not. I wasn't like that. I said I knew about stuff. I wasn't out here doing stuff. I knew about stuff. You know, I had my mind prepared. I knew what to do. You know what I mean? I knew what to do. I practiced a lot. You know, by myself, you know, learning how to kiss and stuff. I practiced a lot. It took a lot to learn. But then when I got in the game, call me an expert. I was good to go. I'm teaching them. Oh, how you know how to do all? Hey, don't worry about that. Don't worry about how I know how to do it. Okay, don't worry about that. How you know how to do it? Don't worry about all that. What are you talking about? Why are you counting what I'm saying? What do you mean you the nasty type? What you talking about? I go to church. I mean, I don't go to church, but you know, I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. Thank you, Carlos. They call you the what? What are you talking about? Ain't nobody. What are you saying? What are you talking about? Why you come on here talking about some dookie? Nobody care about that. What do you mean leave Jesus out of my mess? I'm covered by the blood of God. I mean the blood of Jesus. I'm covered. I'm covered. I've been a preacher's wife. I earned my stripes. I've been a preacher's wife. I have earned my stripes. I'm dripped in the blood of Jesus. That don't mean you nasty because you go to church. I'm dripped in the blood of Jesus. There's nothing that Jesus don't know about me. All right, open your mouth. What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm dripped in the blood of God in Jesus' name. Now I encourage all y'all to go to church and talk to God. You were. Yes, I was. I was a preacher's wife. I was a preacher's wife, and I used to write the sermons for the church because my husband at the time got nervous and could barely write the sermon. So I would write the sermons for the church, and then he would preach them. If I were to stay, I'd write you to. Oh, thank you, Carlos. I don't know what you're nervous for, but I used to write his sermons. Open up your nose. Trisha, what kind of freak are you, Trisha? Now, Trisha, you need to go to church and talk to Jesus. You need to go talk. You need to talk to the Lord. Hello, Akash. How you doing? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to go to church. I used to be a preacher's wife. I was a good preacher's wife. I dressed conservative. You know, I went to church with him and all that. That's when I knew the shit was going downhill. When I started changing who I was to be with him, going to church, something I don't normally do, and all that, that's when the shit went downhill. And he started cheating and sleeping with the woman in the bathroom at his job. Do you drink wine? I do drink wine. I need a box of wine. I need me one of them boxes of wine and some wine and drink me some nice. I got some nice wine glasses. I need me, but don't tell my cousin because my cousin doesn't want me drinking wine. So don't tell my cousin if she watch this. Don't tell her. Don't talk about wine no more because she be watching my videos and stuff. And then she'll call me. I heard you was on there talking about you drinking wine and stuff. You like what are you talking about? Did you still go to church? You said you a curse word. That's not God. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Don't worry about the curse words. I'm covered in the blood of Jesus. Jesus will wipe away my words. All right, don't worry about it. Worry about you. Do you like sushi? I do like sushi. I like not raw, not the raw kind, but I do like sushi. I'll go for a sushi date. Yes, I love sushi. Sound good to me. You know, I didn't start liking sushi till I got older. You know, but I do like that kind of stuff. You on my channel to talk to me, Trisha? What's going on? But yeah, I do like different things. I'm getting more into the Asian side of cooking, Chinese cooking. I watch a lot of Red Note, so the way they prepare vegetables and food, I love it. I love the way Chinese people prepare their food. They take so much time and energy. Oh, they take their time. They so patient with their food. You know, they don't rush their meals. You know, they actually they really care about what they about to eat. And so I love all the vegetables and stuff that they use in their dishes. I love that stuff. What about octopus? I don't know about them. I don't want nothing that got extra legs. You know what I mean? I don't want no animal in my mouth that got more than 4 legs, arms, tentacles, whatever you want to call it. I don't want that on my plate. I don't want nothing that look like a suction cup on my plate. I don't want that. That sounds disgusting. No, I don't want that. That sounds nasty. But shout out to all the suction cup eaters out there. I can't do it. I can't do the suction cup eating. I can barely eat an oyster. You know, I'm still new to that. I mean, it's okay. But I see people lately, they put all that hot sauce and chili oil and parsley and all that on the oyster. So that may be something I can try. You know, I seen a woman, she went on a date and the man was mad because the bill was high because she had like 3 trays of oysters or something like that. Okay, why'd you let her order past one tray of oysters? I would have got up and left after the first plate. What about shrimp? I like shrimp that don't have eyes. You know what I mean? My shrimp can't have eyeballs still in it. Now, even though I love the Chinese people, how they cook their food and prepare the vegetables and all that, they be having shrimp with the eyes still on it and stuff. I don't want nothing that's looking at me. I got fish right now in the freezer, and it's got its eyes in it. So I've been scared to cook it for a couple of weeks now. It's been sitting in the freezer for a couple of weeks because I'm scared to cook it because it still got the eyeballs in there. And he looked like he got red eye, like he been bleeding out the eye or something. I think I froze him too long. You know what I mean? I froze him too long because he's bleeding out the eyes. He might be alive. I don't know. I'm scared to open the package. I went to the international store thinking, oh, I'm going to try something new, some of that real fish, and be like the Chinese people and cook their fish with the eyes on it and all that. That shit been in the freezer looking at me for a couple weeks now. Thank you, Flash. We me, I'm AI. Stop telling people I'm AI. Thank you, Tisha. No, we cannot mint. But yeah, I'm scared to cook stuff like that. Stuff that's still living. I don't want nothing that's living and then I gotta cook it. That's why I can't marry nobody that's down, too far down south. And too far down south because they like to bring home live food and cook and chop the head off in the kitchen and all that kind of stuff. I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean? I don't want to see nothing live on my stove and it's squirming and screaming and you over there trying to cook it and then it gets off the countertop or off the stove or something. It jump onto the floor and then we got a whole nother problem. I don't want to live like that. Will you agree to have a McDonald's? I don't eat McDonald's. That's the devil. I don't eat McDonald's. That's the devil food. I don't eat that. I'm fat, but I'm not that kind of fat. I'm a different kind of fat. You gotta keep that in mind. Don't look at me like a regular fat person. I'm a different kind of fat person. I don't inhale Takis and Cheetos and ho-ho cakes and sitting there putting cheese whiz in my mouth and eating the 2 dozen sleeves of cookies and all that, sitting there eating a gallon of ice cream and all that, and going to McDonald's twice a day and Dutch Bros, getting drinks and eating cream pies every hour. And I don't do all that stuff. I'm a different kind of fat. I'm not your average fat. I'm not your average fat. I don't go get 2 or 3 hamburgers, 2 large fries and pizzas and eat a dozen eggs and ice cream. I don't do all that. They're doing too much. Do you wear shoes? Did Jesus wear shoes? I wear shoes. What are you talking about? I wear shoes every single day. Why wouldn't I wear shoes? You don't eat. I don't know. I love Mexican food. Now I could tear up some Mexican food. Now I'm interested more now that I've been on Red Note and stuff. I'm interested in Mexican drinks. I've seen the little stands that they have with all the little fresh fruit drinks and stuff. I want to try that stuff. That's what I'm interested in. The fruit drinks that the Mexican people have, and they fruit with the tahini on it. I want the fruit with the spicy seasoning on it, the tahini. Yeah, I want that. I want that tahini on the fruit. And I want to try some authentic burrito tacos. I want burrito tacos. I do want to try authentic burrito tacos. I want to try that. And the Mexican hot dogs. I want to try that. That look good. That kind of stuff. I like to venture out and try new stuff. I ain't scared of trying no new food, no new stuff. As long as it tastes good and it got flavor. That's all I care about. That's what I'm talking about. You got that tahini. You got that burrito taco. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Big Will. Would you eat from a street vendor? As long as the street vendor look clean, you know what I mean? The hands clean, the station that they cooking from is clean, I'm all for it. Now, if it look dirty, his hands are dirty, you got dirt under your nails from trying to climb into your baby mama's window yesterday and all that, I don't want you cooking my food. You know what I mean? You gotta be clean. As long as they clean, I don't have a problem with it. You know, I don't want no dirty street vendor food. I don't want that. I don't want to be sick. I ain't got time. I got a sensitive stomach. I don't have a regular fat people body. My fat, I'm a fat person, but I don't eat like a the average fat person. You know what I mean? And so I just can't put just a whole bunch of stuff in my body and not be worried about the person being clean and all this kind of stuff. I'm a different kind of fat. You know, I'm a different kind. I don't eat just everything. I can't do it. I know people look at me and be like, oh, I know you go to McDonald's, and I don't do that. Will you dance after several cups of red wine? I mean, if the environment is right, yeah. Have some fun. I'm all about fun and laughter, having a good time, talking, talking trash and all that kind of stuff. I do like to laugh and stuff. Are you a little slow? It seems like. What the hell you talking about, Tisha? What the hell you talking about? Who the hell is slow? I know you ain't talking to me in here about no being no slow. What you say? At least you know you can. Oh, I love spicy food. I love Indian food, Mexican spicy food. I love spice. If it's spice, it's fine with me. I love that. I love spicy stuff. And that's because I'm a spicy personality. I have a spicy personality. So, of course, I like spicy food. Shout out to all the Aries out there. Shout out to all the Aries. When you clean my brown eye with your... What the hell you talking about? Where you come from? Oh, no, that sounds disgusting. That sounds nasty. I'm not into nasty stuff. I'm into good, clean fun. You know what I mean? I'm into good, clean fun. One thing I want to do, I do want to do a challenge. I want to do a trampoline. I've never been on a trampoline before, so shout out to everybody that got trampolines or had that experience to jump on a trampoline. I do want to do that. You got you. I got you. Egg. What do you mean? What egg? Will you enjoy going to the movies? What you trying to do after this couple of wine, Carlos? You keep saying you gonna do this after a cup of wine, What the hell you talking about? I love wine, but I can't talk about wine on here because my cousin be coming on here and then she be talking crazy to me about I heard you be drinking wine on here. Because she want me to be healthy or something. She think wine is the devil and that we not supposed to have wine. Have you had Jamaican food? The only thing Jamaican I want to try, the only two things Jamaican I want to try is Jamaican patty with the cocoa bread, and I want to try Jamaican jerk chicken. That's it. I don't want to try nothing else. I ain't interested in nothing else Jamaican. I'm interested in the Jamaican patty, cocoa bread, and the jerk chicken, and that's it. I ain't interested in nothing else. I don't know what Carla's trying to do. Trying to get me drunk. I love red wine. Now, one time I went with my boss. Me and her, we went to the bar out there in the neighborhood, in the fancy neighborhood, and we were sitting there talking and stuff. And the man said, "What kind of wine you want?" And I said, "Oh, I just take a glass of wine." And she said, "You want a glass of wine?" I'm like, "Yeah. What's the big deal? What's wrong with a glass of wine? I've had a glass of wine before. He poured me some of that Merlot, dark Merlot wine. I drank it and I felt fine. And then when I drank the rest of it, she said, "You shouldn't have drank that glass of wine like that." I said, "What are you talking about?" I could barely get off the stool. I was so did the bar stool because I was so dizzy. Then by the time I walked to the car, I was just out of it. She said, "You okay? You sure you can drive home?" I said, "Oh, girl, what you talking about? This ain't nothing. I drink all the time." I got in the car. I had to be on the steering wheel like this all the way home, like this, because I had drank that glass of wine and it had tore me down. And I hate driving like that. I hate driving where you gotta focus so much because you don't want to get pulled over by the police, or you don't want nobody to think you swerving or doing something crazy. I said, "What the hell?" I said, "Why did I drink that whole glass?" I did not know a glass of wine could do that to you in a short amount of time like that. And then I got home, I just said, "Oh, thank God. Thank God I made it." I had to call her. She said, "Did you make it?" I said, "Oh, yeah, girl, I made it." Oh my God. Oh, it was a crazy drive. That was a crazy drive because I was on the highway. Shaka Khan. I'll take it. All right, what do you mean I'm AI? Stop telling people I'm AI. You have a Birmingham accent. Birmingham, Alabama? I'm not from Alabama. Alabama people don't sound like me. I don't know what you talking about. I don't even have a country accent. I have an Indiana talk. I don't have no country accent. You know, sometimes when I call people, they can't believe I'm an adult. They think I'm a child. Either people think I'm drunk on the other end, or they think I'm a child when I'm calling people. It's one or the other. You know, they're like, "Is this a child? Am I talking to a child? Or am I talking to an alcoholic or something like that?" People think I'm drunk. I mean, I was talking to this dude, and I called him, and his friend answered the phone, and he's like, "Okay." And then all I heard him say was, "Hey, man, it's that drunk girl on the phone again." I said, "Drunk? What the hell are you talking about? I'm not drunk." He said, "That drunk girl calling you." Uh, hey Prince, how you doing? Can you make it clap to prove you ain't AI? Nah, I can't do that. I don't know what you talking about. And transporting drugs? Who doing that? Thank you, Andre. I am not AI. If I was AI, I would be a vision of perfection. Okay, I ain't AI. Where are you streaming from? Indiana. In the US of A. I'm in the USA. Welcome to my dictatorship. What's the topic? The topic was falling in love, but we have strayed away from that. How to recognize somebody don't love you no more. That was the topic. What do you mean that's exactly what AI was saying? What are you talking about? Do they smell like chicken broth? What does smell like? What you talking about? What are you talking about? What smell like chicken broth? Who smell like chicken? You smell like chicken broth? All your girlfriends think you cheating on them? Well, you probably are. Why you have fake hair? Let it out. Let what out? What are you talking about? Yeah, you probably are cheating on all your girlfriends. Shout out to all your girlfriends finding out that you cheating on them. There you go, Dylan. There's always somebody new. If somebody won't treat you right, somebody else will. We ain't wanting nothing. What about marshmallows? Carlos, what you into? You've been asking about strawberry and candy and wine. Now you asked about some marshmallow. What the hell are you talking about? Yes, it's fake. It's from the store. It's $29.99. If you want to buy me a new hair for $29.99, cash out Livia Flair, and I can get some new hair for $29.99. You not cheating on all your girls. You cheating on half of them. But now, how the hell you sound? What are you talking about? You can't be faithful to half. Why am I even having this discussion with you about cheating? What are you talking about? Let it natural hair. Okay, what are you talking about? If you cheating on your girlfriend, shame on you for being the demon and the devil. Because no good man does that. No good man cheats on women that they like. You don't like them at all. So let your hair out nature. What country you from? What country you from? Cause what are you talking about? Well, anyway, it's almost time for me to go. But I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow. What the hell you talking about? Oh no. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow, and make sure you pay attention. We're gonna do an experiment and have 3 videos posted a day, randomly in the day. So pay attention to the channel if you want to see some random, crazy, I don't know, videos or whatever. No, there's no telling what the videos will be about. I don't have no set topics or anything. They'll be very short, probably under a minute videos to watch. 3 of them, 3 times a day, very short videos. So be looking out for that. And I will see everybody tomorrow. If you want to come on tomorrow morning to the channel and spend the morning with me, you can do that. If not, see you later. Goodbye. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Bye.